Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here with my review of the DX Tenbin Voyager from Uchu Sentai Kyuranger. Almost said Kyuranger there, that was close. So this is the first in the line of 4, I don't even want to say auxiliary mecha, but additional mecha that release for Kyuranger that belong to the other core members of the team. And all of them are going to be able to combine with KyurenOh. All 4 actually can become either an arm or a leg, which is kind of neat. And they all 4 came out at once, so yay! So anyway, so this guy is a humanoid form robot, which is really neat. I really dig these types of mech. It's kind of not that rare, but semi-rare to have, you know, the humanoid form, and I really do dig this guy's design, so it's like that on top of that is really neat. As far as like the toy specifically, I do kind of wish they had picked a bit of a different tone for the main plastic. Like, it makes them look a bit cheap, and like just between that and the details, it just looks kind of barren compared to usual and compared to some of the other ones. It just would require a slight amount of tweaking, excuse me, I think for me to think it looks really good. Like, I still like the design, I just feel the toy doesn't look the absolute best. It could just be me, but yeah. One thing, though, that is a huge bonus for this is that it does have articulation. Quite a bit, actually, compared to these normally. You actually have quite a bit of arm articulation. You can move it in and out pretty much all around 360. You got a nice elbow joint, even swiveling here. You can't take these out of his hands, as far as I know, but you can move the shields around so he can like hold it more Captain America style. Well, I guess they're both Captain America style. This is more like Zeo Ranger 1 style, but you know what I mean. And his legs are also... Wow, I didn't mean to say also twice. His legs are also very well articulated. You got a nice range of motion there. Bending knee joint there, which is pretty much like a double, triple knee joint because of the way it needs to be for transformation. But it's nice because even though it's for transformation, it still functions like a knee joint, meaning that like there's sometimes ones that will give you articulation in the knees or something because of the transformation, but then when you bend it past a certain point, it becomes really unnatural looking. I mean, granted, this is a robot, this is a gear, that's still not natural looking, but you know what I mean. And you can even move his little feet here. So pretty well articulated. The only negative of that is that his head isn't articulated because of the transformation. He's gonna go like this, but to be honest, I think they could have pulled that off. I think that they could have had it swivel off here, or come off here and then swivel around, and then like maybe so long as you lock it in place for either way when you're in this mode or the next, it's fine. Because just that layer of being able to turn his head just adds that much more personality to poses, but yeah. So as you could tell, he does come with a Kyutama, which is a part of him, but it's a full-on just regular Kyutama, just like the others. It's not, you know, part of it. Like, it's not, you don't have to buy it separately or anything, and it has sounds in there. Here's its little non-mode, and then the full-on picture. It's number 4. And then there you can actually see the design pretty well there that will light up when you have it in the mecha. Now cue to me cutting to my stock footage of showing the voices in the morpher. Okay, Gold's here. Summoning. Attack. Alright, so that was that. Like how I said voices, that was weird. Like, oh, I guess haunted. Okay, so like I said, I think I already said, but this guy can become an arm and a leg for KyurenOh. So we'll do arm first. So I don't know why I went full on put him back, but basically just flip this guy around. Make sure that he has his legs open so he can put his head in between it. You know how it is. And then just fold the head up here so it's not in the way. And then you kind of just adjust these however you want them. The instructions, the picture kind of makes it look like these are blocking him a lot more. And almost like it's hard to explain. Like, these look like just weird tubes. But from my understanding, from the way it's supposed to look, it's kind of like Silver's, which is a lot more prominent, which we'll see when I get to his review. It's almost supposed to look like a little hand, you know, like with these 2 giant finger things. So that's the way I perceive it, and that's the way I'm doing it. You can straighten it out more, or sort of customize it to the exact little bits that you want it to be, but that's basically it. Silver's, like I said, looks a little bit better in terms of that, in terms of like coming across that it's like a full-on gigantic hand. Okay, so I'm gonna have to hold it up because I have one of his legs missing, so he can be a leg too. Spoiler alert. But it fits right in here. There you go, and you get a hand there. So see, it kind of looks like a giant hand. Like I said, Silver's is gonna convey it just all that much better. But that's still a thing, and it's neat. Okay, so, also, I can't tell if you can tell, but I apologize, my voice is still on the fritz. I started getting sick right when these Kyuranger reviews hit, and I wanted to get them recorded before I actually lost my voice. Okay, so to do it for, well, that sounded weird, but for leg mode, it's really easy. Just flip these out of the way and fold these in. Oh, there you go, fold these in, and these will just kind of stick out. And then flip this around so that it's ready. And then you have the leg mode, which it's neat that you can do that. It definitely doesn't look as cool as the arm mode, but still, I appreciate that you're able to do that with pretty much most of them because it adds that extra layer of playability and customizability and all that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Overall, I do like this guy. I wish he looked a little bit better. I feel like he's a bit lacking in the looks department, but I really appreciate that he's articulated and he adds a decent amount, there we go, of playability to the mecha by giving you 2 different modes. So if you're into it and you're already collecting the Kyuranger mecha, I can definitely recommend at least checking it out. But anyway, until next time, make sure you have the Crazy Podcast at writersrangerdramas.com, and of course, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, Dawson Writer, signing out.